Now coming to the part of your two components of this examination. One is your objective and another is your descriptive. So objective, you have your prelims examination, and descriptive, you have your mains examination. In case of your TSPSC, for TSPSC Group 1 prelims, you are having 13 components in your syllabus. Recently, the chairman of TSPSC has said that there will be no change in the syllabus. Hope you might be knowing this. So many people thought that there would be some changes. No, he has told there will be no change as of now because there was no Group 1 examination conducted by TSPSC post 2011 notification. The examination which was conducted by TSPSC in 2016 was a remains of the 2011 notification. Okay. So, practically the syllabus was there for Group 1, but there was no notification. The notification which is yet to release is a notification after 11 years. That is post 2011. The examination conducted was 2016. That is remains of 2011 notification by both respective states public service commissions after bifurcation. So there was one objective examination, that is your Group 2, which was the notification came on 30th November 2015 and the exam was conducted on November 11, 2016. Now let us focus here first on objective examination. Objective, it's the same whether it is your APPSC or TSPSC. Now when you see in these 13 components, for Group 2, they have taken 11 components, minus your Indian polity and constitution and economic and social development. And these two topics are not included in your Group, whereas these two topics are there in your Group 1. So Group 2 doesn't include your polity, constitution, okay, and economic and social development of India. So minus these two topics, both Group 1 and Group 2, the objective examination, the prelims is same. It's an examination which will be having a carry forward effect because the marks are taken into consideration for your final tally. So always people who are serious Group 1 aspirants, be aware of Group 2 aspirants because these people will kick you out in case of prelims. They may not write Group 1 mains, but they will come. They will, for example, imagine if Group 1 is the first examination and Group 2 is followed by Group 1 examination. So all these Group 2 aspirants, they will come and they will write Group 1 examination. They will increase the cutoff mark. So some person who is preparing for civil services, he might be focusing on mains of Group 1, and after all this coaching, he might neglect Group 1 preliminary. But whenever there is Group 1 and Group 2 simultaneously given by Public Service Commission, you should take note that you should not neglect your preliminary, especially Group 1 aspirants, because I have seen serious Group 1 aspirants with negligence, they couldn't come into this one. Okay, those people they will write, but that will be only for a test. They want to check themselves. I mean, some people they don't want to go for descriptive examination. So those people, they will come and they will just write this examination, the cutoff will be increased, okay, and they won't write the mains. So that is one thing who are people, I'm talking in consideration of the people who are serious Group 1 aspirants and not Group 2. Okay, when it comes to Group 2, yeah, definitely objective. Before I started, I told you about syllabus and previous year's papers. Now, in your Group 1 mains, just now we discussed there are 6 papers. Each paper is having 3 sections. Each section is having 5 units. Okay. If you have gone through the syllabus, I think you have gone through the syllabus. At least you know what is the syllabus and what are the components of it. If I ask you the component like changing trends and direction of India's trade, role of WTO. Where will it fall? Yeah? Economy. So when you're talking about changing trends and direction of India's trade, role of WTO, it comes under economy. Yes. This is the problem when you don't know the syllabus. Because it comes under, in your syllabus paper 2, section 3, unit 2, it is given under geography. It is given in your geography. Paper 2, section 3, unit 2. Each section has 5 units. Your paper 2 is, it is given about geography and of India and Telangana. Now, geography of India and Telangana is having a component of WTO. So, imagine, I always used to say, our eyes will not identify what our brain doesn't know. If my brain doesn't know the fact, my eyes will not identify, no matter I come across a newspaper article of this topic. Because I don't find in economy, and I'm least bothered about to know what is the topic and subtopics of my syllabus. So, imagine there is a question or an article in Hindu or Indian Express or in even your Inadu, then I may miss because my brain doesn't know the syllabus. So, our eyes will not identify what my brain doesn't know. I will skip it and the cost would be one answer. Okay, so that's the reason syllabus is important. You have to mug up the syllabus. Your syllabus should be on your fingertips. If you can't mug up the syllabus, you can't mug up all the material. Because this exam has two components. One is your memory and also your conception. So you should have conceptual clarity as well as memorization techniques. Down the line, I will tell you by the end of the class some techniques. So conceptual clarity is important as well as memorization. I told you in group 2 you are having, please write down these 11 components because it is an interactive session and I will tell you, you will find a new dimension after this class. Your brain neurons will work out in a different way, and when you go back to home, even whether you're joining this coaching center or not, or online coachings or whatever it may be, this session will be helpful for you down the line. So write down the group 2 syllabus, 11 components. You have current affairs, first one. Under current affairs, you are having regional, national and international. Next, international relations, your second topic. International relations, events. International relations dash events. Okay. Third one, general science, India's achievements in science and technology. General science, India's achievements in science and technology. Next, fourth one, environmental issues, disaster management, preventive and mitigation strategies. Preventive and mitigation strategies. The fifth one, geography of world, India and Telangana. The sixth one, history and cultural heritage of India. History and cultural heritage of India. The seventh one, society, culture, heritage, arts and literature. Next, eighth one, policies of Telangana state. Policies of Telangana state. Ninth one, exclusion, social exclusion, rights issues and inclusive policies. Tenth one, logical reasoning, analytical ability, and data interpretation. And data interpretation. And the 11th one is basic English. And also write down excluded from group 1 prelims syllabus, Indian Constitution and Polity, not included. Okay. See, the syllabus is saying not included, but you in your 2016 November paper, you might have there were questions on this also. So it was a shock because the syllabus doesn't talk that, but there are questions. I will tell you. Indian and Polity, Economic and Social Development of India. These are part of your 13 components of your group 1 syllabus, but they are not included in your group 2. Now, how many topics discuss about current affairs in your so-called syllabus? Just now you have written. Okay, so that is one. Next. Okay, then remaining. Okay, next. Okay, 4. Geography, current affairs. I am talking about current affairs related questions. Social, yes. Policies. Okay. Now let us see. Apart from your 1 and 2, I will not discuss because explicitly and exclusively he has given that these are your current affairs. Now I will take examples of your previous 1 paper which is available, GS paper, and see how these people they have picked the topics. Okay. Now, what is the significance of current affairs? Now I told you again, coming back to the first point which I said. What is the first important thing? Syllabus. The second thing is previous year's paper. Now we will see how previous year's papers are important. I told you, if at all, for example, in case of your history, there is IVC, Indus Valley Civilization, or Vedic Civilization. Okay, you go through last whatever papers are available of respect to public service commissions. Take IVC, write down what are the bits he has asked. Okay. Then when you are reading or studying respective books, you will see, okay, yes, probably this is the line of the questions which he is asking. So here you are trying to read the mind of the examiner so that it will be easy for you when you are preparing for yourself. So you can self-quiz, okay, probably this can be a question. So that is the way your mind should go, or your mind should think while you are studying. It's not just you are studying. Why are you studying? Why are you studying? To write the exam, right? Yes. So what is the need of the examination? How is he testing your knowledge? In the format of MCQ. So while you are studying, you have to think your subject matter. Once you are exposed to this IVC of 10 questions of various papers, now you will come to one idea. This is the topic of IVC. Okay, here these are the earlier questions which he has framed. Okay, now which material suits you, which covers at least 8 questions of this 10? Because we know history is a vast syllabus, or any subject is a vast syllabus. 1 or 2 questions they might be missing. So this will help you, this reverse engineering will help you that you are selecting a right book or right textbook for your exam. Okay, this will help you. For example, someone will say Telugu Academy, someone will say Krishna Reddy, someone will say Ambedkar Open University is very good, and someone will say IGNOU is super. So what is the criteria how you have to follow? Go back, fall on your previous year's questions, sort out your IVC questions. I'm just talking one example. Whatever you are familiar, okay. Then for one particular topic or 2-3 topics, you take litmus test. You read 5 best materials for one topic. Okay, try to see your previous year's questions. See which book is having the overlapping of your previous year's questions of IVC. Okay, then select those one or two books, because for this examination, especially competitive examination, when the competition is high, you should know what you should not read. It's not what you should read, you should know what you should not read. So select one or two books, revise. If you're not revising less than 3 times, you will not be successful. Minimum 3 revisions are must before your examination, or else it's waste. We have this habit. Of course, I will come down to those techniques later on. Now, coming to your so-called, I think you might be, I have only one question paper which was available in the market. I have picked, I will be telling you the question numbers. Just for example, to cross-check how the examiner is picking the questions. In your question paper, this is your question paper which was conducted on November 11. GS, I am talking about only GS. And one good thing which I would like to draw to your attention is, normally sir forgot about telling that this is a new institute. No, this is an old institute. Satyanarayana sir was running an NGO free for SCs, BCs and minorities. If you remember, there was Samatha Academy in Narayanguda, Sevasins. So in fact, my friends, they were going at that point of time. So one thing what these people they have done is, they have pulled the best people in the market. You might have seen this one. So we all people, after my UPSC and Group 1 interviews, so once I was also there sitting like you, and I was expecting someone, I was having many doubts, what book to read, how to approach, how to mug up, how to memorize, okay, and all this stuff. I was having many questions. So I was always thinking that probably whatever questions I had when I was sitting there, someday I will address when I am standing here. So that's the reason I have written all the, the points, the questions, because 17 years of, I have been in this field for 17 years. So after my UPSC, 2 options and all this stuff. Now coming back, your so-called current affairs. Very soon all public service commissions will be following in the shoes of UPSC. There was a meeting conducted way back in Goa by all PSCs, and at that point of time they have taken a call that the syllabus should be on par with UPSC, and of course Karnataka, if you see, it will be completely overlap of UPSC, Karnataka syllabus. And APPSC, it has removed its option, and it has also removed data interpretation. Because of that paper I am standing before you. If not that paper, I would have gone way back in 2008 only. Okay, so that is one paper which is still hanging in your TSPSC, because of course luckily it is joined with your SNT and data interpretation. Of course you are having less weightage, or else 150 marks, people with the good mathematics skill, they used to get 131, 135, 140. Okay, you can't get so many marks in any other paper. Now, coming to the current affairs. This is a significant component. How the examiner picks the question, I will just tell you a few examples. Okay, so in this paper which I am having in the market, which was available, I have taken question number 5 of this one. Of course, as of now, you go to market, you will be finding this paper only. You can write question number 5 also. Please, please write down the question. Question number 5, so that you can go back to home and see. This is a common paper in the market, GS paper. Okay. The Council for Scientific and Industrial Research recently launched an Ayurvedic drug by name BGR34. BGR34. It is designed to control
It is designed to control. He has given 4 options: diabetes, thyroid, blood pressure, and cancer. Now, just now you said that current affairs, SNT is included from current affairs. Okay. Now, examiner doesn't pick any random question unless and until it is in news. Okay. Now, this news was on in Hindu paper on 28th July 2016. 28th July 2016. The exam was conducted on. Many people have this question. How much back should I go and read my current affairs? Is it 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 8 months? Your answer lies here. Your answer lies here. Once you have all these questions, you will come one date. What is the last question where this fellow has picked? And from there, you can go. So, this exam, your previous papers, the significance of previous papers. We are right now into the second one, that is the significance of your previous papers. Already I have proved what is the significance of syllabus, right? Now, so this is your Ayurvedic drug which was launched in 28th July 2016. This article was covered in Hindu. Now, the next question, immediately, 6th question. 6, write down 6 because it's there. Though officially not recognized at first, Subhash Mukhopadhyaya created India's first and world's second test tube baby. India's first and world's second test tube baby on 3rd October 1978. On 3rd October 1978. What is the name of the baby? This is your question. And he has given Maya, option 1, Lakshmi, option 2, Durga. 4 options. So normally people will think, okay, 1978, the more probable question answer is, so that is one thing, okay. Then, and the very other probable is Lakshmi and Durga also, okay. Now, these are the elimination techniques which we will again discuss in the later part, okay. Now this was in news. This was in news for 2 reasons. Because the girl who was, the test tube baby, every year she attends one fertility center promoting IVF, in vitro fertilization. That is nothing but test tube baby. There are 2 ways. One is keeping in mother's womb, another is at test tube. So, and that is one thing. The second one is we are talking about Subhash Mukhopadhyaya. This gentleman was born in 1951 and 1931 and he committed suicide in 1981. In fact, there is one movie also on this. A scientist came out. It was acted well by Pankaj Kapoor also. He is a veteran actor. There is one movie also on this. That is a scientist who has discovered a test tube baby at home. Against all odds, he was not given the chance, and just after the creation of world's first test tube baby, 67 days after that, so exactly on the 67th day, this gentleman created a test tube baby at his home, in a home lab. So all the so-called, so-called directors and all this, they said, what is the article he has written? He has written the story of Dr. Subhash Mukhopadhyaya, who created India's first test tube baby, only to have the system fail him. He has written an article. The system has failed him, or else he would have been recognized. Of course, way back in 2002, the director of this so-called medical health, he reopened the so-called research, because already there was a live example of Durga. Actually, her name is not Durga, she is Kanupriya Agarwal. You can Google out when you go back to home. She is Kanupriya Agarwal. She was adopted. And One is this gentleman, when did he die? 1981. And when was this girl, Kanupriya Agarwal, 3rd October, right? So on 3rd October 2016, she was celebrating her 38th birthday, and there was an article on it. Okay, after this, I mean, first is one article. Your exam happened in November 11. So Rishabh Banerjee writes an article that the system has failed a great scientist who has killed, who has committed suicide. So this article comes in on August 3rd, 2016. Following up, another article comes on October 3rd, 2016, where this woman is opening one fertility center, and there again she is written, she was India's first test tube baby, Kanupriya Agarwal, Akka Durga. So now see the examiner, how he has picked. So this is not the old set who will go to some GK today, or who will go to somewhere and he will pick some questions and he will give you randomly. No. Just like UPSC starts its preparation the moment your prelims is over. Again, it has around more than 700 to 500 professors, different, people, they collect different questions, and again they randomly they select. This is one exercise which goes on every year. In the same way, the examiner here, he has picked this question. So it was not out of blue. Someone might have think, okay, why test tube baby? Because no current affair book fellow might have covered whatever magazines you are having in the market. So always read your own, one Hindu paper, the other one any Telugu paper which you feel comfortable, which covers better current affairs rather than political affairs. Because each house is having its own paper, each political party is having its own paper. It's of no use for us. Okay, we are not biased to anything. Okay, select one good Telugu paper also. Okay, this is one example. Okay, next again you are having question 8. HIV vaccine was prepared by Serum Institute of India. Where is it located? It is located in Pune. Now, I don't know where is it. Okay, so at that point of time, there was an article on Jan 7, 2016. Now, when was your exam? This article came on Jan 7, 2016. This article, actually, many people think it's a government company. No, it's a private limited. Serum Institute of India is PVT, private limited, and it is owned by Aadhar Poonawalla. And now his son is taking care of this company. Okay, Devendra Fadnavis, he went and he opened one Aadhar Poonawalla Clean City. Aadhar Poonawalla Clean City. There was a pic when he was cutting the inauguration. That was one pic. And secondly, post December, Prime Minister visit was there in December. Okay. So one is Jan 2016, another was visit of PM in 2016. So this is the way how you have to go through and write your own notes rather than who is some person who is going to decide what the examiner will pick for current affairs for you. No. You have to go with your own notes for current affairs, at least for objective. For descriptive, it takes a lot of time. For example, I am having 6 papers. So for 6 papers, you remove the Telangana part. And for example, even in case of geography also, you will be having some interlinking of issues. So for mains, pick points, paper-wise, you have to maintain notes. So for example, if you see your remains of 2016, all those essays, I will talk day after tomorrow about essay. There is a special demo on essay. All these articles, they were from newspapers. All the essays which given about your human rights, all 2016 Group 1 mains, TSPSC has conducted its own exam, remains. They have given All the essays are from newspaper articles. So that is the significance of your newspapers. Now, how did I come to conclusion about the significance of current affairs? Through previous papers. So, what was the first thing I told you? This is syllabus, this is previous papers. My journey should be in this, not here and not here. Okay? Now let us see geography. Geography we won't expect much, because it's a static subject. So in case of geography, you have question number 13. Which of the following two districts are not covered by Pranahita Chevella lift irrigation scheme? Which of the following two districts are not covered by Pranahita Chevella lift irrigation scheme? He has given four options: Nalgonda, Rangareddy, Khammam, Karimnagar, Khammam, Mahabubnagar and Medak. Nalgonda, Rangareddy, Khammam, Karimnagar, Khammam, Mahabubnagar, Medak. Now our options are not important. What we are tracing is the question and how the examiner has picked this question. Now, on Jan 4, 2016, there was an article in Hindu. KCR silences critics on Pranahita Chevella. KCR silences critics on Pranahita Chevella. Jan 4, 2016, there was an article. And on September 22, 2016, again there was an article on this. Again there was an article where AP was asking its share. Okay. Now, why this article was there in for the first instance on Jan 4, 2016 was, there was a consent between Telangana and Maharashtra to construct this project Pranahita Chevella as according to the plan which was there, and KCR has broken the ice with the counterpart of Maharashtra. That was the article. So the examiner has lifted from this. That is your question number 13. Okay. So he got the Maharashtra approval for the construction without any change in its earlier location, that is Tummidihat, in case of geography. Now if we go for another question in geography, question number 14. Ali Sagar Deer Park is located in the district of. Why was Ali Sagar Deer Park in the news? Because on 2nd July 2016, there was an article in Hindu, tourism in Bangaru, Telangana. Tourism in Bangaru, Telangana. When was this article? On 2nd July 2016. There was one article. Again on 13th July 2016, Telangana government has completed some major lift irrigation schemes. Then in that list there was one, article on 13th July 2016. Yeah. July 2016, tourism in Bangaru, Telangana, and 13th July 2016, Ali Sagar project was completed in the as a major irrigation projects in Telangana. So he has given a 2-column, completed major irrigation projects, pending irrigation projects. On that, the first one was Ali Sagar project. Either of these two might have ignited the examiner, right? So even the questions from geography or current affairs, examiner is not going to bring something out of, if someone asks current affairs, oh, it is something like under the sky. No, it is not either the sky, moon or sun. It is just your newspaper. It is just your awareness of how you follow the newspaper, how you read the newspaper, and how you note down. Okay, when you are reading newspaper, you have to search what is geography in this, what is economy in this, what is S&T in this. It's not just who died and who, yes, anniversary or something else. Okay, so this is one. In the same way, there is question number 122, question number 135 also from current affairs. Question number 122. It's a very good question because many people, they don't remember this. Yeah. There are 7 tributaries of Godavari, and Pravara is one of the tributary. This is a river. River Pravara. This was a question. He has given straightly. Pravara is one of the tributaries of Kaveri, Stapati, Godavari and Krishna. Okay. Now this river was in news on September 23rd, 2016. Bombay High Court in an order, when a water activist has asked the court, of course the issue was also covered on July 9th, 2016, to implement Maharashtra Water Regulatory Authority orders. The Bombay High Court has given a judgment that the water should be going of this so-called dam. They have constructed here, what do you call by wave means? Wave is a small barrier built across a what do you call stream to allow water to pull back, not to flow forward. Okay, so this is a word wave. So water is stored here and less water goes here. So all sugar factory mills, okay, Maharashtra, they stored water and the water was not going down the lane for drinking. So this was the issue. Is it somewhere related to Telangana? No. So see the mind of examiner, how it works. So if you are having a habit of whenever you see river or volcano or some earthquake, immediately you are zeroing down, yes, this is my geography, this is my geography, this is my geography, then you might have picked up this bit. Because the moment you see some tributary, you will be knowing, okay, which river does it belong, isn't it? So in the same way, I told you about question number 135 or 125 also. Yeah, this is very important. Of course, the examiner couldn't find a proper answer here for this, for some reason I think. Because the question was good, but the framing of, answer is not good. The reason I will tell you. Question number 125. The Brahmaputra is a transboundary river in Asia that cuts through the following country. There are many international rivers. Okay. In fact, 56 rivers of India, 54 pass through Bangladesh. Okay, I'm talking of small rivers also. So your option were China, India, Bhutan and Bangladesh. Tibet, China, India and Bangladesh. This was a problem because the article talks about China and he says, the article says China is going to build a dam in Tibet. So probably the examiner might have thought, okay, China is here, Tibet is here, okay, the river passes through India and Bangladesh. So he has given option Tibet, China, India, Bangladesh. Actually Tibet is part of your China, because it is an autonomous region of China. So the article was there. What is the name of the article? Yes, 1st October 2016. China blocks one of the tributaries in Tibet to construct the country's expensive hydroelectric project on Brahmaputra. This is the heading. Article is on October 1st, 2016. When was your exam? So someone will ask, to what extent I have to read if my exam is in November? What is the cutoff date for my current affairs? You will be having two questions. What is the starting date of current affairs? What is the cutoff date? So the cutoff date is? Yes. Till you are? At least 1 month. Because this article came on October. Okay. So China blocks one of the tributaries in Tibet to construct the country's expensive hydroelectric project. Right? This was one question. Now, this is from your geography. If I would not have told you, you would have thought that this is a stock GK question, right? Isn't it? There are many international rivers. Even Pravara is a tributary. A stock question ichesadu. No. In every part, whatever might be the subject, whether it's geography, economy, okay, even APPSC and TSPSC are not as dynamic as your UPSC, okay. in case of UPSC, total UPSC economy paper comes from 5 papers, 5 newspapers. If you are thorough with 5 newspapers, articles, especially editorials, you can write all economic answers of your UPSC. Okay. Next. So this is about geography. Yeah, and also there is another one. Question number 19, it talks about Hydel Power Project. Question number 19, what is it talking about? The Hydel Power Project with the highest installed capacity in Telangana. This is a question. The Hydel Power Project with the highest installed capacity in Telangana. He has given 4 options: Sriram Sagar, Jurala Project, Srisailam Left Bank, Nagarjuna Sagar. The moment we see Nagarjuna Sagar, what will we think? It should be the answer. Now, there was a issue on this, and the news came on September 23, 2016. The news was AP government demands more share in power projects, especially more share in power from 3 Hydel power projects of Telangana. 3. AP government demands more share in power from 3 Hydel power projects of Telangana. Okay. So this was the article on September 23rd, 2016. Hindu. In that he has given that AP is asking from Srisailam Left Bank. Srisailam Left Bank. So there he has given, it is 900 something, and this so-called installed capacity of Nagarjuna Sagar is some 829 odd. Okay. There he has given what is the capacities of this and what is the AP is wanting. So this is geography, right? Okay. Then social exclusion, rights, issues and inclusive policies. You told, yes, they should be coming from current affairs only, right? So if you see that topic, question number 79 of your examination, question number 79. The first state in India which provided welfare measures such as pension, housing and food grains in transgenders. Whenever you read market books, you know, don't depend on their answers. You Google instead of that, okay? Because this fellow, the first state he has given 79 for Tamil Nadu. This is absolutely wrong. At least that fellow could have done some homework. Okay. So whenever you are seeing any newspaper answers, MCQs, market related MCQs, don't depend on them. Because if something goes into your head for 2-3 bits, and those, unfortunately, if they come in your examination, okay, you will be losing valuable your 3 bits. Just because a book is published in the market doesn't mean that you take it for granted. Okay? Isn't it? Yeah. We have a very bad habit. We are very protective of our bodies, but we are not protective of our brain. We give our brain to everyone. Our brain becomes dustbin every day. He puts some idea, some news channel puts some idea, some fellow will throw something in your brain, some fellow will throw something in your brain. Isn't it? So someone will say, ఈ బుక్కులు చదివేసి ఒక అక్క ఉద్యోగం వచ్చేసింది, అక్క ఆదిలాబాద్లో ఎక్కడో ఇంట్లో కూర్చొని చదివింది. Okay, so different. Perhaps that akka might be having one anna like me who might have guided. Okay, that fellow will not tell you that one, neither the akka will tell you. Okay, so these are the things. So normally we people, we are more protective of our bodies but not our brain. We surrender our brains to everyone. Okay, that's absolutely wrong. Your brain is more, you have to protect more your brain than your body. Okay. So be cautious. As you protect your bodies, if someone touches you, then the looks, whether it's a girl or a boy, whether someone is dumping some misinformation, information has wrong information, misinformation, partial information. Information has right information, wrong information, partial information, misinformation. You should know, especially when people, they are studying from WhatsApp universities and YouTube universities, they are having their own types of misinformation. So you have to, now it's very, you have to sit for 1 hour to know what is the fake news and what is the right news. So please protect your brain at least till this exam is over. Okay? Don't listen to everyone. నేను అక్కడికి వెళ్ళింటి బుక్ షాప్ దగ్గర ఒక అన్న ఏం బుక్కులు తీసుకుంటున్నారు ఇలా నో అని. అండ్ నార్మల్లీ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ దిస్ టెండెన్సీ. ద మొమెంట్ సమ్మన్ సీస్ ఎ గర్ల్ ఇన్ బుక్ షాప్, బాయ్స్ అడ్వైస్ దెమ్, ఫ్రీ అడ్వైస్. ఆ బుక్ అమ్మ, అది వద్దు, అది తీసు. సో ద టెండెన్సీ, వాడికి నిజంగా తెలుసో తెలియదు. Ashok Nagar is full of such people, okay? Beware of those. Next. Coming back to this one, this bit especially. Look, the answer here he has given, see, 79.4. Actually, this article came on June 6th, 2016 in Hindu. The name of the article was, first state in India, the name of the article was, Odisha becomes first state to give welfare benefits to transgenders. This is the name of the article. Even the first word itself is enough for you to record in your brain. Okay, transgenders. This fall under your exclusion. ఎందుకంటే తెలుగులో వాడు ఇచ్చాడు సిలబస్లో కుల, మత, జాతి, okay, all this. So your women, transgenders, children, destitutes, poor people, everyone will come in that exclusion and inclusion things. Okay, yes. So what at that point of time, this article came on June 3rd, 2016 in Hindu with this caption, and BPL cards were given to 40,000 transgenders. Whenever you try to remember something on that article, okay, BPL cards 40,000. What is the question? Pension, housing, food grains. He has given clearly these 3 words in the article also to transgenders. So 40,000 people. Now you are having some additional information. You people, you have a habit of reading some market related, some 20 book size తక్కువ ఉండాలి మనకు. అది ఎక్కువ ఉందా, రివిజన్ చేయాలి కదా. we think of current affairs only before 1 month. ఏది చేయాలా, ఆ బుక్ అది బాగుంది తెలుగులో, ఇది ఇంగ్లీష్లో, అదే ఆ బుక్ చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది ఇంగ్లీష్లో వద్దు, తక్కువ ఏది ఉంటే తక్కువ. And who is the decision maker for you to read what you want to, what is your examiner is thinking, isn't it? So it is you people, you have to spend some time, at least 1 hour every day, reading the newspaper. One national daily and one local daily. Okay, these are the main questions. Even in Culture of India, question number 87, he has asked Nagaropa. There was a question on Nagaropa. Question number 87, he asks, history, this is your culture. Nagaropa, the festival of Buddhist culture and traditions, is celebrated in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Odisha. Now, what was the significance of this festival in 2016? This festival is celebrated for every 12 years. That is the significance, and it was celebrated in 2016. Who is Mr. Nagaropa? He was a Buddhist. Yes. So, this was celebrated on 6th July 2016. 6th July 2016, the article name was Ladakh's Naropa Festival returns after 12 years. Ladakh's Naropa Festival returns after 12 years. So, it's easy. Where is Ladakh? That is your first option, isn't it? So this is the way how you have to write your own notes of current affairs. Okay. Or else, okay, someone sitting in the room will decide your fate. You should decide your fate, right? So first try to see the question papers. Okay. I have been talking for last 1 hour, I think. From where am I talking? From your question paper. I am not building something casuals in air. I am bringing something from air. I am talking about your question, the date of the article and the name of the article. so that it will be easy for you. What is the significance? Many might have told you, read the question, read the newspaper. How many of you are reading it religiously every day? No. Now, when you have seen the importance of question paper, okay, ఇన్ని బిట్లు ఉన్నాయా, జాగ్రఫీలో కూడా ఇలా చూసాడా, ఎగ్జామినర్ ఇలా ఆలోచిస్తున్నాడా? Now even if you don't have time, you will read newspaper in bathroom, okay? Yeah. In fact, that is the best way of utilizing time also. Okay, so there was a Buddhist yogi, Naropa. Okay, then again, question number 71, there is seventh topic of your syllabus which you have written, society, culture, heritage, arts and literature of Telangana. Question number 71 talks about Telangana poet Guda Anjaya. Guda Anjaya, he died on 21st June 2016. He died on 21st June 2016. Your question also states this. Question number 71 clearly says, Guda Anjaya, 71. Yes, your question says, which one of the following song was not associated with the Telangana poet Guda Anjaya who died on 21st June 2016? This was covered in each and every paper. Not only Hindu, Deccan Chronicle, Hans India, and all. So the article came on Telangana poet, lyricist, singer and writer Guda Anjaya passes away. There they have written his so-called, what are the songs which he has sung. And here you asked Badram Koduko, Veerulara Vandanam, Ayyo Neevu Nuvu, Ammo Niva, some songs are there. Okay, I'm good at Telugu, don't. This one is not in Telugu, it's in English. Okay, Telugulo aithe chala swachanga, spashtanga maatladevadni. Telugulo ledhu idi. Yeah, this is one question, right? So, these are the explicit questions which are there in your, covered from your so-called newspapers. Yeah. Then there is 91 question, question number 91. Who was the Telangana writer to publish a thesis on Prabandha Vagmaya Vikasa? Palla Durgaya, Samala Sadashiva, Kaloji Narayan Rao, Boya Dharmaya. Now there is a unique, I have to salute the examiner if he has done this thing. Because on 21st March 2016, there was a radio play on Palla Durgaya, 21st March, and it was covered in Hindu on 22nd March 2016. Radio play ante idea undi kada? Eppudanna radio chusavamma, vinnara? There is one news coverage in your radio which comes, Spotlight. There is one news coverage every day, Spotlight. Make a habit of writing. Listen to Spotlight. Make a habit of writing. Spotlight, one program immediately after your English news. Okay, this program will be from 9:15 for 15 minutes. Okay, 9 to 9:15. Okay, sometimes 9:15 to 9:30. Of course, it will come in that one. All JNU professors, topmost academicians, they will be sitting and they will be discussing bullet points on these issues. Okay, you have to collect the fodder. Fodder ante gaddi. Gaddi tinali. Ekkada ye gaddi tinali? Manchi gaddi tinali. Professor pette gaddi tinali. Okay, isn't it? You have to need some fodder to write essays. You need some fodder to write essays and answers, right? You have to write an essay. So where is the best fodder? Just like people you survey in Ashok Nagar and this one, chutney akkada baaguntundi, dosa ikkada baaguntundi, idli ikkada baaguntundi. Is in the same way you should know Spotlight lo em baaguntundi, RS TV lo em baaguntundi, newspaper lo em baaguntundi, editorial ela teeskovali, ela miss cheyali, em points teeskovali. So this is the way how you have to feed your brain, isn't it? So whenever you are feeding your brain with a good fodder, your output will be good. If you are eating all bad fodder, then your output will be bad. In the sense, it will not be of that quality. Okay, I am talking of quality. So look, there was a radio play, and the radio play has ignited a Hindu fellow to write an article on 22nd March 2016 on Palla Durgaya. Okay, so he might have impressed, he has written something on this. And the gentleman who was preparing the question paper has gone through. Now you see, I have talked about so many dates. Huh? Do you think all this will be at one place? Huh? That means the examiners are putting their heads, they are working on question paper, isn't it? It shows. Huh? Isn't it? Or else how is Nadaropa covered, or how else Pravara is covered? The issue was between sugar factories owners and the common people, where a water activist has approached the Mumbai High Court. Okay, so they are doing their work, so it is your duty to do your work also. Day in, day out, every day, you have to go through your newspaper, right? That is the significance of current affairs. I have covered 3 things now. Importance of syllabus, importance of your previous year's questions, importance of your current affairs. There are many questions, but I don't want to discuss. I think it's enough, right, on this. Okay. Now I will show you we will deal with this component. Class notes and textbooks. All the faculties who are here as of now, I mean, because this organization is a big organization, and the people who have spoken earlier, they have told you about the acquaintances of the bureaucrats and the inputs and all this stuff. So, since a lot of money is involved, the support is involved, these people, they try to get the best people in the market. And one is class, that is your classroom coaching. The second one is your test series or your exam. The third one is your current affairs. So all these 3 should be coordinated to get the outcome. Most people are focusing only on this. They are mostly bothered about your classroom. Just they teach in the class, you write some notes and then go back. Now what is the test series? Some people, they talk about some good faculty of economy. I don't want to name. There are 2, when you go to Xerox shop, you ask economy notes for group 1 main. They will be telling about 2 notes. Take those 2 notes and see the economy of APPSC question paper. Take the question paper and try to see the notes. Are you finding any answers? Or try to see. That is the way. You have to do the litmus test for yourself. So what is the methodology, how you can come to conclusion, or how you can say, okay, I have to rely on this particular notes. Now, as a faculty, I mean, because I have been here for last 17 years, after giving my attempts, and even I have given my APPSC also. I am waiting for mains result also. Probably it is delayed due to some various reasons. So, the main important thing is you should have your self notes, especially for people who are going for group 1. Without self notes, you should not go to examination. It is a sin if you are not having if you are saying that I am preparing for group 1 and I am not having my self notes. Okay. It's not a mistake, it's a sin. The reason why I am telling you it's a sin, A mistake can be forgiven, but a sin cannot be forgiven even by God. God has created hell, right, for the sinners. God is not forgiving the sinners. So it's a sin. And the sin is committed by you. Okay, so always have your self notes. Okay, you should have good standard of textbooks, rely on your class notes, and then again you have your own answer. Because imagine you yourself, you are examiner, you yourself, you keep in the shoes of the examiner and see some Yellanna has written some history material, and it's a popular material in market. Everyone is buying Yellanna's notes, reading. The introduction is same, the conclusion is same, the wordings are same. Okay, I may be impressed after reading 10 scripts, but after some time, I might have given 6 marks for the earlier scripts, but imagine due to some luck factor, your script has come in hundreds or 200s. Okay, then I will be seeing the same Yellanna's notes in 200. So my 6 marks will come to 3 marks. So here your mains answer is nothing but, it's just like you are selling a product, or you are convincing the examiner. Without your presence, your answer should convince the examiner, and your answer should get better marks from him. That should be there in your mind. And you have to craft an answer. You have to craft an answer. And especially means you have to craft for one. I told you in each section you are having 5 units, and each unit, for example, you can craft, for at least 3 to 5 questions from one unit. Okay, you will be having around 25 questions. So overall 75 questions should be your crafted questions. It should be unique stamp of yours, your introduction, your conclusion, your body, flow charts. Of course, APPS is not allowing all this stuff. APPS is not even underlined. Okay, TSPS, there is, you have to mains, when you are writing mains, please don't, because recently I have done one mistake in Telugu examination. Of course, the question was that way. He has asked that you are X and you have to write a letter to this. So in do's and don'ts, there is very clearly mentioned that you should not write your name, even in a letter. Okay, so I have missed that one after having so much experience. Okay, sometimes we overview and we don't see the do's and don'ts. It is there. The first, your first booklet will be having first evaluation, second evaluation, third evaluation. Here you will be having a scanner, scan code. There is no need for you to bubble. Nowadays, your name with your all ticket number is coming with print. Okay, earlier, it's not like UPSC, you have to bubble. So once you turn the page, he has given do's and don'ts. Please read this, because anyways in mains you will be allowed before half an hour. Okay, so I was talking about this 75 questions technique. This answer should be, the answer should be in such a way that if, for example, not even a single word should be removed from that answer. If the examiner sees, normally what is the way we write an answer? We prepare some answer, and we try to put somewhere between 60 to 70%. Ante kada? Max. Some people, they might go to 80% with the content which you write in the mains examination. Now imagine if these 75 answers, you are crafting these answers and you are practicing these answers at least 3 times by keeping a timer. See the time, write 11 and write the answer and check the time if it should be not beyond 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, for example, never write beyond 200 words for your 10 marks answer. Never write in your essay beyond 1200 words. Never right. In your TSPSC, he has given 3 sections. Each section he has given 2 topics like social issues, politics, SNT and all this stuff. And each section you will be having 3 essays. You have to write 1 essay. So each essay is 50 marks. The time you are having at your hand is 1 hour. So the first 15 minutes should be on brainstorming. Recently in APPSC there was an essay about the political reservation of a woman. Okay, this issue was of, in 2006, 7 and 8, this issue was in news, not recently, but recently APPSC has this question about the political reservation for women, right? So, I had to brainstorm. So, the brainstorming started with women, social, political, economic empowerment, women in ancient India, medieval, modern, women in politics, leaders like Sarojini Naidu, second rung leaders, Indira Gandhi, third generation leaders like Mayawati, Mamta Banerjee, Jayalalitha. Then role of women in politics, how better women have performed in Panchayat Raj. And now what is the need of this reservation? Should be given reservation. And what is the issue? There was a bill, the bill is not passed. The people are asking reservation within reservation. 2 political parties are talking about reservation within reservation because the upper class woman will be. So this is the brainstorming exercise which you have to do in the last page. Okay, so this is the order, how you have to conduct essay. So your first 10 minutes of essay are important. Now you are going to write 1 hour, 60 minutes, 10 minutes gone, 45 minutes. In 45 minutes, normally when you are writing 10 marks answer, I have told you should not write beyond 10 minutes. And your rate of speed should be not less than 10-20 words per minute. Your rate of speed of writing should not be less than 20 words per minute. This should be your minimum speed in your mains. Okay. Now here you need, I told you, you have to complete your answer within 180 to 200 words. Don't write, don't prepare also, because you can't put that answer from your notes to the, you can't even copy paste. Or else you will be writing each answer 15 to 16 minutes. Okay, this is the mistake which I had done in 2008. I attempted only for 120 and I missed service in 2 marks. 2010, I attended interview, I got 493.88. I missed service with 494 was the cutoff. This was my marks. Again the mistake was repeated. In SNT I attempted only for 125. So I am a standing example for you. Never, always the target should be, you should write all questions, 15 questions. The problem with SNT is, SNT you come with more sub-questions. 1, 2, A, B and all this stuff. So my thought was, instead of writing, anyways you all know that there is a choice for each question. So instead of writing 1 question, if I write A, B and C and D, each will be having 2.5. Then I can get 2, 2, 2 to 8 rather than attempting 1 question and getting 6. This was my calculation. So I was focusing more on sub-questions. Okay. So this is my experience. So always you should not put 10 minutes, and this you should do at your home and also in classroom. Okay. I told you, apart from classroom, we have separate test team and current affairs team. This test team will be conducting weekend test, we will be having monthly, chapter wise test and all this stuff. In the same way, your current affairs also. Okay. So all this should be in totality, or else only this will not serve the purpose. Unless and until you are not writing, okay, it's of no use. Because you have to write in exam. You have to sit and write in exam hall. So you have to write test here, sitting here. You have to give your test. There are elimination techniques. You should do all this. In objective examination, you are having 3, 2, 1, 0 elimination technique. Here you have a direct answer. Here you are having 50% probability. Here you are having 33% probability. Here you are having 25%. Now what is the risk? How you are going to take? What is the way you have to prepare, approach the objective exam paper? First round, in case of objective, 150 questions. Directly you will find an answer. For 50 questions, 260, imagine. Remaining 90, you don't know. Come in the second round. Eliminate 2. You have 50% chance. Okay. Then you have come back to 1 where you can eliminate only 1. You are having 3 answers. Now how to select? What are the techniques involved? Okay. So all these, they will come into practice, and this is important. This is important as this. Your classroom notes, the textbooks, and your this one. Test series, exam, and also current affairs interlinking to this one. And the quality of test matters. Okay. So the quality of test, what are the types of questions which the examiner is asking you, whether it is descriptive or objective, and the test should be on the lines of your questions which are asked in the exam. Okay. So you can't be at low level or at high level. Okay. Both are not good for you, because high level, some people, they give you some test papers and they will say, you do this. The standard of that paper is not of your examination. So it will lead you to depression. And never for this examination, you should be, it is on a day-to-day basis. If you are already in this field for civil services, and if you want to write only for group 1, then it's well and good. And if you are new to this field, and if you are starting with your from scratch, whether it's group 1 or group 2, then as it is said, Rome is not built in one day. Every day, don't think about the huge competition. 47 age, people have 44 plus 5, 49. So right from 1 to 49 age, the age gap is huge in Telangana, TSPSC. All these people will be writing the examination. They will be super seniors. Super seniors like me and Sandeep also. Okay. So these are the people with whom we will be competing. No, all this is not the case. If this is the case, then, for example, if 1:2 UPSC calls for the interview and 1:2 APPSC calls for the interview. But you mean to say the remaining leftover of one notification, all should be joining in the second notification? That is not the way it happens. Again, we see the new people. Okay. It doesn't matter. Even though for Sachin Tendulkar also, he can't score a century in every match. Okay. So in the same way, it depends on your efforts, consistency, and most important is consistency. And the most biggest thing for this examination, for the success of this examination, is revision. If you're not revising at least 3 times, whether it is objective or descriptive, it's of no use. Revision is must. Okay, before 1 month of the examination. Before 1 month, it should be, don't go for new books. Okay, if you want to destroy anyone, then the only thing what you have to say is, before the examination 1 week, ఇది సూపర్ బుక్ అంట, చాలా మంచి బుక్ అంట, ఇది చదివితే ఇంకా ఎగ్జామినర్ కూడా ఇదే బుక్ ఫాలో అవుతున్నాడని ఇట్లా ఏపీపీఎస్ టీఎస్పీసీలోనో ఎవడో చెప్పాడు, ఇట్లా చెప్పాడు అనేసి చెప్పేస్తే, you can destroy, someone will be destroyed. Because with one reading, you are not going to achieve anything. There are some people who will be doing those things, okay, just for the, okay. So one reading is not going to get you vision, okay, because you have to cover various topics, subtopics, current affairs, static, dynamic. You have to update yourself, your notes. And for people who are going for group 1 mains, have paper-wise notes, your self-notes, which is unique only to you. Don't give it to anyone, not even to your close friend, not even to your twin sister if she is writing the examination. Okay. That should be your personal. Okay. And the other thing is construction of the answer, and faculty we are available here. We will be having weekend objective test as well as descriptive test. Okay. So this institute is not on short-term goal. It is having a long-term vision. So they are planning, the management has talked to you, has spoken to you in a length and breadth about the local centers and how they want to expand and all this stuff. So down the lane, definitely the people who are associated here, I told you there is a separate team, current affairs team, separate test team, and also the behind this classroom you will be having two teams who will be working, they will be working for you. Okay, so it's a coordinated effort, and also this one, and also the techniques which I have told you. There are many techniques in elimination process, especially when you are here and here. Here you don't know any answer. There are 4 options. The probability is 25%. How to take the chance? Especially for TSPSC when there is no negative marking. Of course, for APPSC, this technique is much more suitable because you can't even put, for APPSC, you shouldn't touch this. That is out of this. You can take chance here, but not here. So when this examination recently conducted of Group 1 examination, there were 2 papers for prelims. So as I told you, I am weak in this data interpretation. The second paper was of data interpretation. So I have attempted only 78 questions in the case of this one. Whereas in the first one, I have attempted more than 110. So you should be very cautious. Anyways, I know that these 2 marks will be mixed, and I was having that the cutoff would not be beyond 130. Of course, it came down to somewhere around 90. If you are familiar with the recent cutoff. Okay. So here, all these techniques, the test series, the class notes, the test books, okay, everything will be taken in a holistic manner and a comprehensive way. You people, you will be guided. Okay. And there are many reading techniques, and also always revise. If you are reading something today, the next day when you start opening your books, first thing what you have to do is you have to spend 1 hour to 2 hours for what you have studied earlier, because it is very clear that whatever you study, it will go off in curve. In fact, it is Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. So from 100%, so all these 30 days effort, if you are not revising, all these 30 days efforts will be reduced to 20%. So you should have weekly revision, everyday revision. The preceding day you might have studied something and all this stuff. Next, when you go to examination or before examination, have light tiffin, okay? And people who are using spectacles have an alternate spectacles, because if you are going in the middle, if there is some accident, if you are having very, is more, a new spectacles with this one. So always people who are using specs have an alternate specs. Don't your stomach by eating oily food and all this stuff. So I'm ending with this because I have started with your exam day. Okay. So yeah, I've been I've got sign language to finish as early as possible. Down the lane, yeah, every day you have a demo. You can come to, what is the schedule of the demo? Yeah, Sandeep will give the schedule of demo. Okay, in the meantime, in the process of this journey of another 6 months to 9 months, okay, we will be with you. We will be guiding you. And what is coaching? Coaching is nothing but guidance. So I told you in the initial, while I was speaking, I told you right institute, right faculty, just like what Buddhism has said. right knowledge? Jainism or Buddhism? Who has said right knowledge, right faith? Who has said this? Jain or Buddha? Mahavira? Who? Right faith, right knowledge. He didn't say only knowledge, he said right knowledge. He didn't say faith. There are many faiths, he said right faith. In the same way, right study, right faculty, right test series, right current affairs. Okay. Imagine if you are asked to go 1,000 kilometers, you walk 1,000 kilometers, you will get one destination. What is the direction? East, west or north and south? So instead of Delhi, you will be reaching Indian Ocean. So that is coaching. Coaching is nothing but guidance. So it's a roadmap for you. Okay. So what are the difficulties which you will be facing down the lane? All the faculties here, for example, your Yaqub sir, he was the topper in history. He is an MPDO of 1998. He is having a lot of experience. He has written books for your AP history and Indian history also. So Sandeep, all these people, they have been exposed to the competitive examination, and we know what are the difficulties, and we know at what time assistance is needed, and how you have to be focused. Okay, that's the reason we have planned to, Sandeep is as a course director, he is planning for weekend examination, monthly examination, chapter-wise examination, whether it is objective or descriptive. So we are having a separate evaluation team who are evaluating separately. So a lot of back-end work is there. Because these people, they have asked only for, the management has asked that we want quality and we want quality teaching and we want to give quality to the student, and that's the reason why we kept aspirant study circle, because this is for the student, for the aspirants, and they said don't bother about any other things.
Prelims, mains, and interview. We know it is 1:50. So depending on the number of the post, will be called 1:50. And when it comes to mains, so 50 people will be taking your mains, and for interview it is 1:2. I have seen somewhere some people are telling it is 1:3. Perhaps it might be, it is the ignorance, and they have also kept it in YouTube. So the interview is always 1:2, whether it's group 1 or group 2. The exception was your 2016 group 2 examination, which was conducted on November 11. That examination they have called 1:3 for verification in case of TSPSC. But the final interview, it was only for 1:2. So that is the only little change which we have seen in 2016. Now, in case of group 2 of TSPSC, you are having 4 papers. And of these 4 papers, you are having, 600 marks. Of course, we all know group 2 is completely objective. 600 marks here. 75 marks for your interview. In TSPSC, you are having interview for group 2, whereas in APPSC, you don't have any interview. And for the future examination of APPSC, the government is coming out with 110 posts. I think there is also no interview in case of group 1 as of now. So we don't know what is the policy decision down the line, but it is always good that there is interview for group 1 examination. So this is in case of group 2 for TSPSC. You are having 4 papers. And for 75 marks, you are having interview. Okay, when it comes to group 2 of APPSC, you are having prelims separately. You have to qualify in that. Then again, you will be having mains. There is a 2-stage examination. Of course, there are some initiatives taken by newly appointed members of APPSC. And also some people, they want to bring it to, just like your TSPSC, they are trying. Of course, as of now, you are having separate prelims and then mains APSC with no interview. So if you take your prelims for 150 marks, you will be having 450 marks. So this is a rough idea which talks about your group 1 and group 2 of both APPSC and TSPSC.